Hey Flosstube, I hope everyone can see me and what I have to show you. This light in this room isn't as bright as it was earlier. I came in here earlier and there was a lot of natural light, and now it's like almost 8 o'clock. What? It's almost 9 o'clock. I better get this show on the road. I'm going to be probably busy the next couple of days and figured that I won't get much of a video up at all. So I figured I would come in and show you some of my stuff, trying to keep it under 30 minutes with doing a video every week. Or a week and a half, I don't even know what it's been. I usually don't have a lot of stitching, but I actually didn't do too bad. I have 3 that I've worked on, 1 and not a lot, but I have 2 that I want to finish. So I'm really hoping that that happens by the end of next week, because I have other things I need to get going on too, and I need to finish some stuff around my home. My craft room is not done, and I'm hoping over the next day, I'm hoping tomorrow, I will get the paint I need to finish that little bit, and then I can start organizing in there. That'll be so nice. I'm really wanting it done by Friday, and it's Tuesday, apparently late evening. So yeah, if I can get in there, if I can get my paint tomorrow and get in there even on Thursday, then by Friday I can put everything away. Yes, I can have my craft room done. Life updates, there really isn't any. I mean, I haven't spent a lot of time stitching. Like, I think I spent 30 minutes stitching today, but I spent a bunch of time yesterday stitching in the evening. So it's hit and miss. But you know, I'm doing things that I don't have plans, but if I need to just go and do something, it's nice that I can and not feel rushed. You know, you get done with work and then you need to do something, you feel like rush, so you can at least spend some time at home before you start and do it all over again. So I don't have that to worry about. But there are some things that I want to get done before August, because my sister will be coming and she will be spending a week. And then when she's done, and that's going to be the second week in August, then I will have my long meeting that I will have to do. And then my boss takes volunteers, paid volunteers, to go in the kitchen and help put freight away. And that's usually the following week. And then that same week, we have 2 to 3 meetings, and that'll take place in our school to train us on the new menu and the new way things are going to be done. So I kind of feel like boom, 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 you know, even though one day is just one 8-hour meeting, there's something about when you get to that point that the rest of summer just flies by. It's just, I know it's a mental thing, but that's just kind of how we all feel, that, wow, our summer's pretty much done. And then you feel really rushed. So, I don't know. But, I have a little bit of haul, a little bit to show you on my craft, my stitching. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. So I've been watching Flosstube and stitching, and then I make dinner, and I watch Doctor Who and stitch some more. And I'm just finished season 3 of Doctor Who with David Tennant. Not on there now. He transformed. He regenerated. Oh, it was heartbreaking. I've been watching him for 3 seasons. It's kind of like that era is gone and a whole new one is taking its place because um, Rose is gone. Now that face of Doctor Who is gone, and it's almost like I'm getting ready to go into season 5 and watch a whole new show, even though it's the same Doctor, but it's a different actor. So I'll probably start on that tomorrow because I want to go watch some Flosstube. I'm still in mourning. I mean, we lost Christopher. I'm sorry, I can never remember how to pronounce his name from the first season. That was heartbreaking. And then David Tennant. And Billie Piper, who plays Rose. What? That's not how you do things. What's up with these shows nowadays? They kill people off. Back in my day, people didn't get killed off. Like if Starsky from Starsky and Hutch was in a coma, guaranteed at the end of the show, he would wake up. Yep, nobody died. Like if somebody died back in my day, you would need counseling. Now it's like, oh, of course they got eaten by a zombie. Duh. But they've been on the show for 8 flippin' years. So there's zombie food now. What? I just can't wrap my mind around it. Yeah. People they just don't care about the characters anymore. They just don't. It's like Fear of the Walking Dead. A character died. I almost bawled my head off. I was devastated. But I come from a different era. I'm 50 years old. You know, trying to think of some past shows. You know, I did. I could. Emergency. I don't think any of you know who I was talking about. Yeah, they just didn't die. Dukes of Hazzard. No, it didn't matter how many times cars got crashed. No one died. I just got to get over it. I mean, Doctor Who kind of died, but he regenerated. But it was just Rose didn't die, but I mean, you just don't do that. They stay together, they have happy endings, and they don't die. I have a hard time with this generation of shows. I really do. I don't know why I put myself through this. So I've been working on this. We're watching that stupid Doctor Who. Flosstube is so much more pleasant. So I changed up a area. I already knew I was going to change this up when I got to that point, and I'm very excited that I'm at that point. Kind of watching my minutes here. But here we go. It's kind of long. So I have my Krennic in my keys, and this light is terrible. I'm so sorry. But you can see, I think I have 3 keys now. There we go. I'm saving this for the very last. It's where my ending date will be. There's another key. But there is my change, my only change in this. I did metallic for the green. Because in my opinion, green goo is what the witches love to brew. The original color was supposed to be, I think, silver and gray. The bubbles was supposed to be, I think, the gray and the brew in the cauldron was supposed to be silver, I believe. And I changed it all to sparkly green, and it just makes it pop more. Not to you because this light. It's 9 o'clock at night. But in person, let me tell you, in person, even at this time of night, I can keep it back here and I can see it even in the cauldron. And it's exactly the look that I'm going for. I just love it. I am thrilled. I am so close. And my dog is snoring, and I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. He's got his tongue hanging out, laying on the couch. Um, Usually you will find rescues need their teeth pulled, unfortunately. So he's laying there with his tongue laying on the couch and he's snoring. But yeah, I'm almost done. Other than the date, I have 2 pages done. But I'm saving that for the last, on purpose. But yeah, both pages here, I'm finished. And so now I'm going this way. Um, so I will tell you real quick to keep this short that the DMC Light Effects metallic is a pain in the butt to stitch, but to me so is Krennic. You have some people like Miss Oh So Crafty, Stephanie. She's amazing. She is. I want to be her when I grow up. I'm older than her, but I want to be her when I grow up because she stitches with Krennic all the time. I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing to me. I don't like stitching with Krennic. I don't like stitching with this, but I do it because I love it. You can see I got both Krennic and Light Effects in here. It takes time. So my biggest advice to anybody who hasn't attempted this and have just heard horror stories about how awful it is, if you really want the effect that it gives, just take your time. Just stitch and take your time. Don't feel rushed. I feel if I'm willing for that piece to sit in my whip box for weeks or months at a time, then I should be willing to take the extra time, because it takes at least twice the time, like the time to stitch this as it would with cotton. I should be willing to take twice the length of time to get the look I want for just that area. Now, I have more bubbles to do. I was hoping to get them done before doing this Flosstube, but I was gone for a good part of the day, and it does take quite a while. So I didn't. So I do have more. There will be all of that area filled in with bubbles, and it's going to look incredible. So that's one I want done. I don't know if I already said that. It's one I want done by the end of next week. So I'm really hoping to be quite far when I come back and show you. But the bubbles should be done. All of the light effects should be finished. But my biggest advice, my next advice, other than taking your time, is always flip your work. Because it snags on everything. It snags on itself. It snags on the fabric. It'll snag on stitches that you already did. And when I say snag, I don't mean snag in a way that it will ruin your stitches that you've done. It snags and holds on. And it makes it more difficult to go through. So you really got to pinch that floss and just very gently pull. It frays. Cut off more than what you want because it frays on the top from you holding it so much. But if you cut off enough, you'll have enough to stitch. There's a little wad that I have to throw away because it's frayed. I knew that going in. You just cut it and throw it away. But you really got to pinch it and really pull, flip your work. Sometimes you've got to use your finger like a laying tool, or if you've got a laying tool. It would probably work faster if you could put it in like a stand. But I've already gotten that far. I took it out of the Q-snap when it was in timeout for a few days. And I just decided to grab it and just start stitching by hand. But yeah, just take your time, and just, if you start to feel a little frustrated into it, set it down. I did. I started working on the witch next to it last night. That's why I didn't get that whole area done. Because it's like, okay, I'm gonna give myself a little time out on that and stitch on the witch, because I wanted to keep going on the project. And then my other advice to you is, if you have got a magnifying light, that works amazing, because you will find, or even you just got one, like Ingeborg from A Stitch Too Far, she's got the ones in her latest video. She shows them that you wear them like glasses. Even that would work just for this. I really appreciated my light stand, my magnifying light stand, doing that, because you'll have your X's. Okay, let's say you have your X and you're all done with that one, and then you go to the next and you're ready to make another one. And as you're pulling the floss, there's times the top, because I had 2 strands, okay, for that, and they lay on each other. You don't realize it until you look at it through a magnifying light, but they actually lay on each other. And when you're pulling your strand up, you'll find sometimes with the stitch next to it, it'll come up. And sometimes it'll just come up a little bit while you're over here stitching. So you got to keep an eye on your X next to it. And there's times I've had to give a little pull to lay it back down, and then it's good to go. So it's just extra time. And I know I make it sound like it's horrifying and I'm trying to talk you out of it. It is a pain in the butt, and if you really don't care, just skip it. But if you really want that look, then just do it, and it'll look amazing. I don't regret doing it. I'm going to continue, and I'm going to finish it, and I'll probably use it again. I don't have any problem. I don't love stitching. Like I said, I don't love stitching with that. I don't love stitching with the Krennic, but I love the end result, and it's worth doing it, and I'll tackle it. Doing a huge section, that like terrifies me, and I've got some projects that have large sections with Krennic. Krennic's a whole different beast. That's a whole different beast. It doesn't even look like this stuff. It's 2 very frustrating pieces of floss, in my opinion. But I'm really glad I did it. So that's my advice to you if you've never tried it. The best advice I could possibly give you. Now on to finding my other stuff. I also worked on my temperature chart. I'm going to have to move my Q-snap. So I have 2018. I've gotten that far. And I was hoping to start on this again today. I took a little bit of a break because I was working like a mad woman. But I'm hoping to start tomorrow at some point and get 7 days done. I can tackle 7 days in a day. But I have June and then what days there are of this month. So I'm hoping with my schedule and getting some painting done, I'm hoping to get this done in a week or less than a week. Once I'm completely caught up to date, every Sunday I'm going to stitch the previous week. I decided I don't want to go at it every single day to sit down and stitch something that's probably going to take me like 3 minutes and to pull out that color every day. I'm just going to look up the colors for the previous week, and every Sunday this will be my stitch, because 7 days doesn't take me long. But it's getting really super cute. We're getting into warmer weather, getting these yellows. So I still really like it. I was just stitching on it constantly. And then I stitched on one other thing, and I only stitched on it one day. I was supposed to stitch on it every day. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I'm sorry if I sound a little horsey. I've been outside the last couple days, just running errands. And the nettle that I've been using for my allergies does really well, but something's still just bothering my throat. Get out with the dry and the dust. Still really bothers me. But here it is. I figured out that if I did a word or a phrase every day, I could have this done in 6 days. I think it's 6 days. So we'll see what happens. Somehow, this is what I want to have done by the end of next week. So I did this tip right here. I don't think I showed this to you. If I already showed it to you, sorry. I don't remember. But it says Mayday. And it's got a bunch of curly vines in it. So I'm getting there. So this will go up next spring. And I'll start on another season that will take me a year and a half, right? Now, it wasn't a year and a half, but maybe it was. Oh, maybe it was pretty close. I don't know. Well, that's just depressing now that I think about it. It's in my app when I started this. It was back last year when I was doing the, well, if it's back last year, then it wouldn't be a year and a half. Because 2017 is when I was doing the monthly magazine sale. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But it's still been taking me a long time. Oh, I just put that in the wrong... Put that in the wrong bag. I better change her. That'll confuse me big time. I saw yellow. Alright. I do have the floss in these bags just because I'm stitching them right now. But when I'm not, they go back in the box. Take a drink of, I'm drinking ginger ale because my throat is kind of irritated. Normally, I'm a tea gal. Alright, so those are my whips. Over the next week, those are what I'm going to be focusing on, but that snore even disturbed Gizmo. I'm going to work on those, but I'm going to start my, I'll remember, my Santa's Village. One of my Santa's Village. Not sure which one. And then I'm going to start something else, and I'll be showing that to you in a minute. I was watching Cindy's cross stitch. No, it's not Kathy's cross stitch, and we probably really shouldn't stick to the subject because it's embarrassing enough for me that I got her name wrong. It's Cindy's cross stitch, not Kathy's cross stitch. I know a Kathy, and I was talking about her with my son. I think it had to do with last time we saw her, or has he seen her, something like that. And that's probably why I said it, because I had Kathy on the brain. Was watching Cindy's cross stitch with a C. Goodness, I hope she doesn't watch my videos. One time you don't want anybody watching your videos when you get their name wrong. And she showed this book. And it's gorgeous. I don't know if you watch it, Samantha, Crafting Between Stitches, but I saw all the pastels and I thought of you. But as soon as I saw this book, I had her on mirror for my mirror image for my iPad. So I grabbed my phone and went on to Amazon. It was a little over $10. I mean, there's a bunch I'm skipping. It's not a flip through. You probably don't want me to flip through the whole book. But anyhow, I got onto my phone and found it on Amazon a little over $10 and ships free with Prime. Got it today. And I mean, there's a bunch of butterflies here. A bunch of gorgeous butterflies. This is what I plan on doing. But I really, really, really wanted to do a bunch of smalls, turn them into pillows. Some of these would probably do better as flats. But the butterflies made me look. This made me buy. Like, I was pretty much sold with the butterflies, but that just sealed the deal. A lot of just super cute things, and the bees. I don't know if you're seeing this very well with stupid light in my room. And the birds. I know there's a lot of Flosstubers that love the birds. I know how much Ingeborg from A Stitch Too Far, I know how much you love fish. Yeah, I know you love fish. You married a fish. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you go watch Stitch Too Far, because I'm not giving it away. You just gotta watch her. Cuteness. I really am flipping through a lot. There's some little bugs. Some leaves. I mean, absolutely adorable. And for a little over $10. There was one. Where is it? Oh, this is so pretty. So pretty. They're little tiny things. And like there's food in here. But yeah. This is it on Amazon. This brand new book. So many projects. So many. So little time. But they're small. Some of them would probably stitch up in a day. Or 2 or 3 if you're me. So I got that. I was at Joann Fabrics. They had this 32 count. I grabbed this because I got a couple things of Rit dye. And I still haven't practiced. But I got it with a coupon, and that's a great way to practice dyeing. See, I also, because, you know, Joann Fabrics had floss too low to show. Yeah, right. It wasn't too low to show. It's $5 for $1. But I grabbed a bunch. This is the colors I don't have. Because my goal is to get at least one of every color. Preferably 2. So I always have it on hand. I just hate buying floss when I already have a bunch. I got my magnet. I threw it on there so I wouldn't forget. My magnet from Brenda's Binders and More. And then I got this at Joann Fabrics for like 70 or 80% off. I paid a little over $5. I want to do seasonal stitches and put a magnet on the back of the project. And then I'm going to do something in here so it sticks up. I have to decide what, but super cute. And if I do a magnet and I decide in the spring I just want to show that and do other things in here, I can. And then I got this. I don't save my orts, but I put them on the arm of my chair until I get a whole wad and I can't take anymore. But pretty soon it starts sticking to my arm. And then my husband's like, what is on your arm? Oh, orts. You have warts on your arm? So I got this. I put it on the arm of my chair and I stick my little orts in there. Try to be organized. And then I got this to stick on the other arm of my chair. So when I pull my floss out, because I keep them in bags, when I pull them out of the project bags, when I'm doing that project, I just stick them in there. And then I can flip through. And then when I put everything back in the bags, the project bags, at the end of the day, I just grab and do it. So, there's that. Organize, organize. That's what I'm trying to do. Best I can. And then, the only thing I have left to show you, and I'm done, is my charts I bought. So, Samantha from Crafting Between Stitches and Lollipop Stitcher, you know, is doing a sale. And they're going to be posting on Instagram. There is a hashtag. I hope you don't fire me from the sale because I forgot the hashtag. I should have wrote it down on my notes that I had here. But I didn't. Everybody go to her page. Everybody go watch her video. Crafting Between Stitches or Lollipop Stitcher, and they talk about it. And they give you the hashtag in their newest videos. Don't come to me because my mind is just too old to remember anything. But I asked if I could be a part of it. I think I may have told you that. But Samantha had said that the second chart came out. I ran over there and I bought it. So now I have both. And I picked my fabric out of my stash. This is Fabrics by LJ, and it's called Spooky. I know it's a little dark, and it shows a lighter, like a tan fabric, but I really want to try this. It is a 28 count, but that's just kind of how I roll. It's long. It should be big enough, but I love it, and I can't wait to stitch it. You know, stitching with something this dark used to be out of my comfort zone, but watching all you guys, either on Instagram, who doesn't do videos, or on Flosstube, have really encouraged me, and I already started with that other Halloween. That's Stony Creek one. Can't think of the name of it. And so now I'm excited to do this. I don't know how some of the colors are going to be. I know black will be fine, but some of the others I'm not sure. But that's okay because I'm fine with changing colors as I go. I'm not quite sure how hip I am on some of these colors here anyhow. Here's one of them. So if I change it, it's okay because I'm not sure if I like that color. And I'll just figure it out. And you'll know as I know. But this is color I'm going with, ladies. Very excited. And then when I was over there, because I caught the bug that everybody else caught, which is all things Halloween. Samantha again. I got my other pattern that I fell in love with, and I already have the fabric. And it's from Fabrics by LJ. And it's Luna. Isn't she beautiful? And my color is wigging out on me because it's dark. She is beautiful. I almost want to celebrate finishing Oh Halloween Tree when I do with starting her. So that doesn't make any sense, right? This is going to be my start. I can't imagine you guys not watching either one of them. I can't fathom. If you don't, do. But they plan on starting the sale this Friday, Friday the 13th. So I got my fabric. I've got the beginnings of my thread. And, you know, like I said, I'll see how it goes as far as changing anything. But the design is super cute. I love it. And then the last one comes out in August. So there is all of that. I'm at 33 minutes. That's pretty awesome. I really haven't eaten. My husband's gone. It's just me and the dogs. And I'm probably going to make a quick BLT. And then watch Flosstube and then stitch. So I'm going to get off of here and let you guys go on to more Flosstube or whatever else you're doing. Maybe you watch Doctor Who. And I will talk to all of you in a week. Thank you all so much for your comments, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, that's all I have to say. So we will see you later. Bye, everyone.